Yeah, I don't think progging the new Ultimates is traumatizing as people are saying it is. Have you ever wondered how hard it would be to do everything in Final Fantasy XIV? Well, last year I decided to put that to the test and see if me, the most average player in existence, could do it. We've still got a ton left to do and the hardest grinds are yet to come, so let's see if I can 100% ffxiv before I inevitably lose my will to live. Alright, the second major patch has dropped since the series begun, and with it, 8 new mounts have been released. There's going to be smaller patches after this, and some other mounts are also going to release, but for now, 8 have been added into the game. 2 of them are luxury mounts, each costing 50 million gil, which is a lot, meaning to buy all the luxury mounts now, I need 175 million, which I will be saving up for. The second added, or the third added, I guess, is the Links of Righteous Fire from the new Extreme that is released with the 6.3. There are 2 treasure map mounts that have been released. One for the old level 90 map that exists, which we've farmed out a little bit. There's a new item you can get from it, which is pretty rare and very expensive. If you want to buy it from the market board, which we're not going to be doing, we're just going to farm it. The second one, though, is from the new Elpis maps. There's 3 burning horns you can get from that unlocks you a second map, or a second mount. Other than that, we have to go back to Island Sanctuary because there's a new max rank of 12, and once you hit the max rank, you can buy an Island Alligator for 35,000 Seafarer calories, which we already have. We have a new custom delivery, which once you complete that, you get a Andon 3 mount. And the final mount is the Blackjack, which is now the most expensive gold saucer item at 4 million MGP. The previous most expensive one was half that, so that's going to be a grind. All these are going to be a bit of a grind. But before we get into that, there was one little thing I snuck in before the patch dropped. We did a EX2 farm. We farmed Highland a little bit, and this ended up happening.
Hooray!
I rolled a 99. Oh, I feel bad because someone rolled a 94. All right, it's been a hot second, so we've got a mount that actually counts for the series. This is, obviously you saw the Eidolon Extreme mount. I do like the crystals on the tail though. I know that I've had them at an angle right now and they're like clipping through the ground. Okay, that actually made it worse. I think they're, okay, I need to stop trying. I'm just making it worse. But I think the crystals are cool, kind of hovering in the trail, whatever. This is a super scuffed clip. I don't care. I like it in general though. I think the like texture and like the color of the links itself fits the fight really well. We didn't go super dry on it. We didn't get super unlucky with it, which is kind of nice. One of the people in our party, I think has 80 totems from it. And I think actually, let me pull it up. I have, at the end of the 3 farm parties I've done now, I have 30, and that was including staying after I got the mount on our very, very first run. So, yeah, so that's really good. That's really lucky, actually. It's nice, because I think generally, actually, I've been lucky with the trial mounts. I think as much as I was complaining about Diamond Weapon, and how bad that ended up going, even though it was only 50 pulls of that because it's 2 tomes, or 2 tomes. Generally, I think I've had a really good luck with trials. So either way, it'll probably be a month before we're aiming for new trial amounts, which is all right. I might look at Party Finder and see if I can yoink learn one of the fights and then yoink the third one. But that is 111 mounts, so triple ones. First clip of 6.3, and you know what? They did it. I didn't think they'd do it. They have made an extraordinarily expensive item. They have made the airship, the Blackjack airship, 4 million MGP. I think in total, out of all the mounts I've bought so far, because I've bought these 3 and I've not bought any of the other ones, all the mounts I've bought so far combined are less than what this mount is worth. I'm sitting at 1.2 million MGP. I need to get another 2.8 million to get this airship. You'll be wondering, why is it 4 million? This airship is a 4-seater mount, actually, which means 3 people can sit with you. And the thing's huge as well. I'm going to save up for this. I'm tempted. I'm obviously tempted by the lower cost things and then passively get the blackjack. That's a smart way to do it. It's the way I've been advised to do it by my network of folks that advise me on everything completionist. It's the way they're saying to do it. I'm gonna try to get 4 million. I'm gonna try to beat the urge to buy the other smaller ones, because I can buy like 3 mounts right now. I could buy a 750, a 300, and a 200. Almost. Sorry for the Discord sounds. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to try to save for the 4 million one. All right, doing the new custom delivery that was added in 6.3, just more turn-in stuff. Another like 25 week or whatever it is grind to do weekly now. So one thing I do want to try out is I was just reminded that they added like a new like UI theme, so I'm gonna log out real quick and check that out. I mean, I kind of like it. I like the blue. It's different and it's new. I just don't understand why you have to relog out of the game to get the new theme. It just seems so silly to me. I don't know. Small indie company, etc., etc. I honestly regret not doing this before. I regret not doing my triple triad every week. I regret not doing chocobo racing every week, because now I'm sitting here and this is easy. This is super easy to do. Like, I'm not even really thinking about the moves I'm doing because I've amassed so many cards, it doesn't matter. But yeah, like this is super duper easy to get done, and I just have been lazy with it. Yeah, they added a new PvP map. I think there's like shortcuts you can take, and there's like glowing tiles. I don't know how the tiles work or if the shortcuts or anything work, but I guess we'll see. All right, some more PvP down, and we have our first of these rewards here. We are getting the new emote, the Linkpearl emote, which is super annoying if you spam it. It's so annoying. I hate it. Oh well. Anyways, we've got a lot of crystals actually to spend. I think I'm almost maxed if I check real quick. Yeah, I'm getting close to max. So I'll need to spend some of those. We're 10 levels away from getting the series mounts, and we are, I think, 5 wins away from, yeah, 5 wins away from getting the priest mount. I didn't catch it, but I literally just ran around the map with 2 people chasing me. My team just pushed the crystal in. That is 59 wins. We need one more. With the new patch comes a new Unreal. So this is Sophia, which will be taking over for Sephiroth for the time being, or for a while, honestly. Compared to Sephiroth, honestly, Sophia is an easier trial. There's just a few little fiddly things and easy ways you can just instantly just nuke everyone to death. It's pretty fun. I've been venturing into Party Finder a little bit to do it, but it's a fun Unreal. I definitely think it's not a bad place to start off with if you want to get into doing them, because since all the gear is synced up together, your gear doesn't matter too much as long as you have the minimum. So as long as you know how to count, which is a difficult skill to find in raiders, you should do pretty fine. But we're still working towards getting the Faux leaves to buy one of the 5 mounts that we still have left to get from that. So I was doing some math, taking a small break from Verminion, and it looks like, rough estimate, I'll get around 250k per week if I'm doing most of the stuff I feel like doing for Gold Saucer, it doesn't include doing the gates. It doesn't include stuff like Mahjong or doing the open tournaments. But besides that, doing everything else for the challenge log and doing the fashion report and Verminion, it's about 250k. So sitting at 1.3 million right now. I need about 10 weeks or so to get to getting the new most expensive MGP mount that's out there. So we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to do my weekly stuff for the Gold Saucer and not be lazy with it. But I don't know. So it probably will be close to March, maybe a tiny bit before March before we get it. All right, we got a few of the new maps together and did a fun little treasure hunt. Got a few portals along the way, including a few of my own. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are going for Burning Horns for one mount and the Exciting Tonics for the other mount. We need 3 of each. There's also another map mount that we still haven't gotten yet that you need Exciting Feathers for, and we learned that you can actually get those Exciting Feathers from the new map. As well as the old ones, and it seems like the drop rate's been decreased a lot. They used to be extremely rare, and now they're a lot more common. So during this trip, I actually was able to get another one of the feathers. I only had one before, so now I've got 2, and I was able to get the Burning Horn, which is one of the new materials. So already most of the way towards the old map mount. We just need 1 more feather, and I need another 2 Burning Horns to get one of the 2 new mounts rather. We will have to go back to the old level 90 maps to get these tonics, and those seem to be extremely rare. Even if you clear a map, you're not guaranteed to get an exciting tonic, so because of that, the mount is very, very rare right now. Now, all the way to rank 12, which is the new max rank. Getting us the Mammoth is the Architect achievement for reaching rank 12. And putting us a bit closer to the Sustainable Sourcing 3. We are almost a third of the way there now, which is not close at all. But yeah, this is the new max rank. So let's see. We have the Island Alligator Horn, which is the new mount. Yeah, you know this is already a good map. Like, I love the mounts they've added to Island Sanctuary so far. The motorcycle is really nice, all the Mandragora are cool, and the alligator is just hilarious. So we are once again completely done in terms of mounts with Island Sanctuary. I know I started the series off with Island Sanctuary. We've come back for a little bit of a reunion tour, but we've got what we want from it now. So I'll be working passively on the achievements for it, just to get those out of the way, because those are long-term grinds, but that'll be showing too much more from it. I won't be pushing for the achievement for getting the 30,000 gatherers really that much. I'll get that passively as more updates are added to this and more ranks, like the max rank increases. But either way, pretty happy with this dude. Happy to finally get him, and this is our first mount of 6.3. It's my map, and I got my last spin feather, so that is a mount. Let's go. Very cool. All right, I got roped into EX5 Party, so going out of order and just skipping the 3rd and 4th extreme trials of Endwalker and going straight into number 5. So it's a challenge. There's a lot going on with it, and I know nothing about it, so let's get that clear, I guess. Hey, so sorry that this clip doesn't exist earlier. So interesting thing. We did maps for like 6-7 hours yesterday between a couple different groups and a lot of people cycling in and out. I did a lot of maps yesterday. So I got the feathers and then we just kept doing maps. And then we did the extreme trial that you saw. So finally now I'm getting the Alkonost whistle. I actually don't remember what this mount looks like. It's very early in the morning. This is the next day. I still have my dad on vacation look going. All right, this is the new mount. I found a little friend here. The potentially inspiration. I don't know. They're pretty close. It's like a mix between a peacock and a ram or something like that. But yeah, I think there's cooler enemies that they have in the maps that would be more fun to have as a mount. But this was the previous map mount. It's become a lot easier to get now, so it's nice. I'm happy it's easier to get now because there's 3 different mounts you can get from just the level 90 maps, which I can't think of any other map type that has mounts even from it, so it's kind of wild. But either way, it looks all right. It's cute. I like the little peacock features, like the little feathers in the back and just kind of how the wings look. But either way, I'm happy to get that knocked out. It's a very RNG based thing because if you're new to the series, I do not purchase I do not purchase mounts or the materials for mounts, just as part of my rules, so that I actually have to do the grinds and it's not just, all right, everyone, I went to the market board and I bought like 3 resplendent feathers. Now I have the mount, because I feel like that would be lame for the series. And generally I want to do the content, but it isn't like in this case. I'm going to do it anyways because I love doing maps. So there I go. But either way, I still need to get 2 more burning feathers and I need to get 3 of the exciting tonics, I believe they're called. And then we'll have all the map mounts. I'll definitely be doing a lot of maps. I think in order to get the tonic, I'm going to need to do a lot of 90 maps. So that'll pop up here and there until we inevitably burn out from it. There's a couple minions from it that are excruciating. Ooh, that's not how that word works. Excruciatingly rare that a lot of people really want. So I don't know if I'm gonna get my hands on those, but if I could at least get a couple of the mounts, we can come back later on and grab those too. All right, with that we have series rank 15. We have reached the level for the battle pass mount, which is gonna be kind of cool. I've seen it before. It looks very nice. It's very silly. So we'll go redeem that real quick. Okay, like 2 things jump out immediately. One, for some reason we're just like spread-legged. I think this is just super weird. Why are our legs spread out like this? Second, this thing makes wonderful sounds when you jump around. It just bloops the whole way. But if you look on the inside when you jump, it looks like a melon. Either way, this doesn't count towards the total amount count, just based on the fact that it's limited time, but it is still a cool one to get and on the way of getting some of the other stuff. In terms of the series, we just have the Ravens Framer kit and the False Monarchy attire, which actually looks kind of interesting, so we'll be happy to get that. But like I said, we have 98 wins out of 200 for the mount. I'm so close to this amount. I'm literally 7 away. That's rough. And it's easy to knock out. Join a party, grab it, and then be a gremlin and leave. Or not actually leave, because you've got another 100 to do. Let's go. Woo! I don't know what I have another 100 to do. I can't be that happy. And in we go again. I know these are just like basic animals, like it's just a saber-toothed tiger. The other one was just a bear for warrior, but I like them honestly. I like the Mount Farm mounts you get for these grinds. They're actually kind of cool. I don't know how the armored version of this looks. We'll get to see that hopefully sometime soon, but these mount farms are really just like easy things for me to knock out and sit down. It's just I need to need to actually put the party finder up myself because they're never available when I want them to be, and I'm usually too lazy to set them up. But yeah, cool mount to get. I really actually don't know what mount count we're at right now. It's hard for me to keep track because I have a lot more time limited mounts now, so I need to figure that out. But we're making good progress right now. I don't know. I'm really happy with the progress I'm making in general right now. It might slow down a little bit because we have the Omega Ultimate starting in 3 days. Jeez. So I'm underwater here right now because I'm actually farming some stuff so we can get some raid food for it because I'm gonna need a lot more than what I have. So either way, hopefully I'll still be trying to progress things. I'll be doing PvP on my off days. I'll be trying to level up Dark Knight and Paladin to 90. The diadem progress will probably speed up a lot, surprisingly, during Omega raiding stuff, just because it's a chill thing I can do. But I would like to knock out the 300 clears as Gunbreaker for the next mount before all that starts. Got it on a 3 SMH. Game is rigged. For people that do not know, the horn is one of the mount ingredient, or you need like 3 of them to get a mount. Stay! Hey! It finally happened! It's an abomination. Oh, it's so cute. Aww. Wait, is this gonna give us a minion? This might be how you get the minion, actually. It is! Congrats. That's very exciting. All right, there's 6 hours before. Oh, my parasol sold. Cool, that's 500k. Thank you to the Skyblitter script. But anyways, I am 6 hours away from doing the Omega Ultimate. Our group is starting out. I'm watching it, trying to figure out how to do mechanics. It's gonna be interesting. See how it goes. But I need to get my Verminion money real quick. I got 5th place actually, which is still 100k plus the 15%, so it's 115. So we're almost at $1 million. We'll just say we're at $1 million, or 2 million rather. Almost at 2 million, and then we have another 2 million to get before we can get the Blackjack mount, which is ridiculously expensive. So we're only a few hours away from doing our first pulls of Omega. It'll be stream highlights, so the format will be a bit different, so sorry about that. But I wanted to get my custom delivery done for the week. We have 1 more week, and we will be getting the mount from doing the new custom delivery in 6.3. I have a few more things still to collect. Oh, an achievement, cool. Actually, I think we're really, really close. Yeah, we're literally 1 achievement away now from getting 10,000 achievement points, the big 5 digits. So that's gonna be cool. No clue what that's gonna be. I'm not like pushing for achievements; they're just passively happening. So when we get that, I'll put another clip in. But it's kind of cool. That's neat. I know you can get like double that, but the fact that I've not really been pushing for them at all, and I still am getting them kind of passively, is nice. All right, so since I'll be spending a lot of time doing this Omega protocol fight, working through this ultimate for a few months, I do want to talk a little bit more in depth about the phases as we see them, as we're progging, and give a little bit of insight into them, at least explain what's happening. The first phase, you're given a series of number debuffs, and you have to kind of take towers or take tethers based on the number you get. There's a lot of adjusting for this. A big focus of this fight, or a big difficulty of this, is a lot of adjusting and a lot of keeping things in your head, which will come up more later. But You have to take tethers away from the group, and when you take those tethers, you get a debuff that makes your HP go really, really low and be capped at that low HP. And then you have to take a tower later on, so you need to be healed up once that falls off so you don't die. A lot of juggling things around, a lot of movement to make sure you don't get hit by the tethers, because if you're too close to the person taking the tether, you explode, get doomed. It's a lot of mental stuff to keep in your head during it, and a lot more difficult to do consistently for hours. A lot of groups still wipe to P1 semi-consistently, even while they're progging later phases. But either way, after that we have Pantokrator, which is a lot of just puddles being dropped on the ground. Again, you have number debuffs where you need to go out at your number and take a missile away from the group, otherwise you kill everyone. If not enough people are stacked together, when you take a stack, you die. A lot of stuff going on. And then at the end of the phase, you have to spread out and take these long line AoEs. If you hit anyone else with it, they will not be able to take their line AoE, will die when they try to take it. In general, it's more of a draining phase than anything. It's a phase that is really mentally draining and difficult to get through. Our best pull was 20% for phase 1 on the first day. And a lot of the stuff we had to learn from this point on was how to kind of adjust to things, what system to do for it, and really just to not do a lot of verbal adjusting, just to stick with the system and kind of go from there. So we will be seeing this phase a lot, and still be seeing this phase for the time being until the fight is cleared. But a lot of people have described it as their least favorite phase that they've, like, in any ultimate or in most, compared to most ultimate phases. Since I really only have DSR, only the first half of DSR to compare it to, I think it's just boring. I think it's just a boring phase. It's a really draining phase that doesn't really have much interesting stuff going on. You can never get to a point with this phase where you muscle memory it. You have to always be focusing on your number and adjusting and where the towers and tethers are spawning. So that's kind of the main issue with it. But either way, we'll be continuing to progress this throughout, like I said, the next few months. A couple of raid days later, we also made it to P2 and saw a little bit of it before getting sent back to P1, but it is nice to at least peek our head in on the first week of raiding.
Hey.
I'm scared.
Apparently you need quick match.
I've done it. I want M.
We're supposed to just catch up on party.
Oh dear.
Godspeed.
Time to play.
Goodbye.
Oh, that hits for a lot. Can't do damage to now.
And that's where we're going to leave it off for today. Really just, it's going to be a lot of pushing this ultimate, and that is going to slow down videos getting uploaded, as this one's later than I meant for it to be. So I want to apologize about that. But the goal really with this series is to get on top of stuff to a point where when new patches release, those are the main things we focus on, like, completely. So when there's new mounts releasing, those are the only things we're working on. We're still getting to that point where we still have a lot of backlog of stuff. I mean, this game's been around for a while. I know this might surprise you, but lots to work on now. The saving up the gil on the MGP is a pain. So either way, I will try to continue to post things as we're doing Ultimate Prog, but there may be a short hiatus while that's going on. So I am uploading, or not uploading, I'm keeping up with a Twitter thread of stuff that's going on. If you'd rather keep track of that as I tweet out stuff as it comes out, obviously that would be spoilers. My Twitter will be in the description if you want to follow that. But either way, I do want to continue with this and make as much progress as possible. I will still be doing completionist stuff. There might be a backlog of videos, so I want to focus a little bit more when I'm making these videos to make them kind of a little bit more visually interesting. I'm getting inspired by watching a lot of different RuneScape series, so I'm going to try to go back to kind of the goals at the start of the series with, you know, just more kind of interesting visuals going on while we're kind of doing progress checks. So I'll be working on that. Any advice or any comments are always helpful on that front. But we will be kicking off next video with more of these new grinds, continuing with some of the stuff we started here. Lots of maps, lots of extreme farming, and a whole lot of grinding the new Omega Ultimate until our hair falls out, probably.